Good morning, everybody. Well, I'm here to talk to you about, same-day delivery was mentioned, but I'm actually here to talk to you about delivery convenience, because convenience means different things to different people. Here in the UK, no one's better than innovation and delivering convenience, but I want to talk to you a bit more about our proposition and some of the clients that are embracing that challenge of delivering convenience, and also I want to talk about a couple of myths. So it says there, the myth of time poverty. I mean, back in the day, I remember the amount of hours that were taken off my life ordering a cab. It wasn't just the experience of doing that on the phone, but it was the experience of waiting for that cab. It took forever. And if you think about now, online banking, food delivery, even dating, these things just take seconds. Everything's at the touch of our fingertips. Excuse that for the dating reference. And so, is it really that we're time poor and we've got less time? No, it isn't. Our expectation level is increased. We want things on our terms, and that's going to influence purchasing decisions without a shadow of a doubt. And so now let me move on to myth number 2. And this was touched on earlier, actually. It's all about Generation X. Well, it isn't about Generation X. I purchased 80% of my shopping online. I mean, I'll clarify, I wasn't born after 1984. I purchased 80% of my shopping online again this year, and like I did the year before, like lots of us do. And with 92% of the UK population online and 75% of that population purchases online, it's not just about Generation X. It's certainly not the whole story. It's about everybody. It's about servicing all generations. I get that Generation X want to do things slightly different. Dwayne mentioned chat. Maybe that's not something that we want to do. But we are digital generations. So look, but sticking with that, what are the time poor doing? Well, look, we're absolutely more digitally social. You could argue at the expense of physical interaction. I have mentioned that to my wife every now and then. We absolutely want to have more fun the way we want to have fun. But the most important thing is we're much more knowledgeable. We can seek opinion in seconds. We can share opinion in seconds. And those things absolutely influence how we purchase. So rather than it being about time poverty or being time poor, which we hear all the time, it's about how we want to choose to spend our time. And how does that matter with delivery? Well, it absolutely matters, because you heard about the letters through the notes through the letterbox talking about your parcel hasn't been delivered, going down the post office, going to your neighbour shamefaced, all of that stuff. That takes time. I'm still doing it at weekends. And really, on time is the only time. And it's great that things are getting better in that next day environment, but people want instant gratification, and people want things on the same day. In fact, every keynote speaker this morning, including Patrick Wall, talked about the trends of people wanting things quicker. And that's going to matter about what they purchase from you. And so what does that equal? It equals choice. Next day is going to be the lion's share, but there's going to be a significant amount coming into that same day basket. And it's important that you have choice. And of course, returns was touched upon. 7 pairs of hands touch a parcel on average in the UK before it's relisted. And on average, it costs 3 times the delivery cost. So look, I get it's not easy. I get it's a challenge. It's great for me to talk about you should all be doing it, but I get it's hard. But you have to ask yourself. You have to, all the retailers out there have to ask themselves, how are they truly offering delivery convenience to their clients? And the answer can't be, well, I'm not, and I'm not going to. And I don't think that is the answer, of course. We know that footfall is decreasing. We know that physical shopping is decreasing. We know that online shopping is going like that. Double digit, and it will continue and continue. We know that because when we look at ourselves, it's what we like doing. We want convenience. And so there's no choice. You have to overcome those challenges. And there's great news. The UK is ripe. Only second behind China in terms of online e-commerce shopping of the total retail basket. That 18%, by the way, in China represents 43.5 billion. I don't know what the UK number is, but it's billions. And that also, China's grown at 30% a year. In fact, the UK in 2010 was single digit in terms of that e-commerce in percentage part of the total retail basket. And in 2020, it's going to be 21% plus. I think it's going to be more. I think it's just going to go one way. And you need to understand or think about how you're going to grasp that opportunity. And some businesses have absolutely understood how to do that. When you think about Walmart and Jet.com, when you think about Morrison's with their partnerships with Amazon and Ocado, and of course Sainsbury's and Argos, it was absolutely about understanding that shift in digital purchasing and how they needed to fast track their business models to capture that opportunity. But look, back to those challenges. I talk to lots of you, and I know legacy systems are real. I know that's a challenge. I know cost is a challenge. How much do you charge? How much do you subsidize? Also, how do you justify return on investment internally to stakeholders? And again, operating models. Culturally, we don't like change. And how do you change to grasp this opportunity? So I get it's a challenge. But if the answer is it's too difficult, then it's a threat. But I'm a glass is half full man. I'm sure most of you are. That's why you're here today. And so it has to be an opportunity. And so let me talk to you about some of those clients that we're working with that have absolutely met this challenge head on. Matchesfashion.com, a luxury e-retailer, a fashion e-retailer. Average basket value, I had to double check this with the CEO, £650 plus. Wow, that's a number. So you can imagine his customers, their customers, only expect the best. And they realized that their clientele wanted a fabulous delivery experience along with their fabulous purchase. He understood that positive emotion of buying that purchase, £650, had to go hand in glove, excuse the pun, with a wonderful delivery service. And so Matches Fashion were integrated with their shopping portal. When the customer gets to checkout, they know where that person lives and know what delivery option they can offer. And in our case, they offer a 90-minute delivery service or a nominated 1-hour delivery service. How fantastic is that? I can tell you early surveys back from the client are that thumbs up and repeat business. Lego, some of you might know, opened their largest store in the world in London. It was a special moment for them, and they wanted to do something special with that shop. And so they thought about that in-store experience. They thought, how could they make it different? How could they enhance it? And so they thought about, well, you know what? I wonder if we can take the pain away from people that spend X amount and offer them a convenient delivery option. So they put stickers on all their shelves in the stores if you go in there, and it says, home delivery available. And when the person goes to the checkout, if they purchase a certain basket value, it triggers the assistant to say, would you like us to deliver that for you? Where do you live? And they know exactly where they've got an API that they're linked in with us. They put the postcode in, it says it's available or not. They'd ask them, what hour would you like it delivered? They've said the uptake has been amazing. They've even been surprised themselves. It's allowed their customers to leave the shopping, go to lunch, or carry on getting more bags of shopping. And it's really added an extra special element to that in-store experience. Adidas. Adidas launched their first ever social media-driven campaign only. And it was to do with a boot, an expensive boot, a new innovative boot. You could only purchase this boot by invitation through social media. It was a real big event for them. The amount of interest we had from the guys coming over from Germany was fabulous. You know, we were very privileged, but they really put a lot of importance on it, and they understood that delivery needed to be part of that. If someone was purchasing this boot, it needed to be special, that delivery. So they designed an app that you could choose various designs and see how they work together. And then when you got to checkout, you choose the hour that you wanted that delivery. It's been a fabulous promotion, and we're looking to do many more with them as the months and years go by. And the last client case study, maybe a more traditional retailer known to us in the UK, but none more so dynamic and none more so customer-centric. Really understanding that their customers want convenience and also looking at how they could leverage what they've got. 220 stores. Why can't those 220 stores be 220 hubs where they make all of that stock available online for someone to purchase online and then for a partner to deliver in a nominated hour? Well, they've done that. We launched it before Christmas. It's been a wonderful success. I know they're here today talking about it. In fact, we've got a number of customers here today that are going to be talking about, or certainly in the conference, and maybe 2 or 3 talking. And we had Zalando in earlier. You know, we do the returns in London for them. What that means is that if you go onto the Zalando website and wanted to return something, you choose the hour, we pick it up. And we then take it to a partner click and collect network. How about that for convenience? And again, Zalando have done surveys. And their surveys say 84% of those people that use that service will come back and shop at Zalando. And so look, I know it isn't easy, but then if it was, everyone would be doing it. But that's why businesses, you know, in the UK, Hermes, DPD, Onthedot, with CitySprint, you know, we're trying to design solutions that recognize these trends and solve problems for you. And look, we're not going to stop there. We recognize that that problem about how much you're going to charge and how much you're going to subsidize is a challenge. So we're looking to introduce 2-hour windows and 4-hour windows. It's almost reverse logic, but it'll be more economical because we get more efficiencies. Same day, please don't underestimate it. Please don't underestimate not having that option on your checkout. Accenture earlier talked about how it's going to influence purchasing. And think about your store becoming a hub and that instant gratification. And I'll just say before my last slide, you're very promotional retailers. You've always been very promotional. You've always thought about how you can get product sold more, and you have various campaigns. Don't ignore delivery being part of that. Make it positive, the delivery experience. Give them a delivery that they want, that they're empowered to choose. We're nationwide working with CitySprint. We can do this across the country. We can do it now. We've got some real traction. In 2015, we were doing, I don't know, tens of hundreds of parcels. In 2016, we're doing thousands of parcels. I absolutely believe this year we're going to be doing hundreds of thousands, and I know we're going to be doing millions of parcels because that's what people want. And you're going to have to figure it out, and we can help you. So look, we've been around for a while. We're the market leader in same-day delivery. Use our expertise to give your customers delight. That picture is of my Chief Sales Officer, Justin. We're very privileged that he got a Lifetime Award. We've got a few others beside. We're here today. Please come and talk to us. Thank you very much.